When was the last time your skills actually turned into something big? Not just someone saying, "Wow, you're talented." I'm talking real results, better clients, bigger roles, higher pay. You put in the work, you're good at what you do, but something's not quite clicking, right? It's not about luck. It's not another degree or even sharper skills. It's about how you explain what you bring to the table. I call this the articulation gap. It's a quiet barrier that holds talented people back, and most of the time, they don't even know it's there. Want to know what it looks like? Picture this. You're at a pitch, maybe an interview, or grabbing coffee with someone who could open doors. They lean in and ask, "So what do you do?" And suddenly, you freeze. Not because you don't know your stuff, but because you're not sure how to say it in a way that sticks. So maybe you start listing tasks. You mention your job title, you throw out words like help or support. Maybe you talk about your tools instead of your results. And just like that, they put you in a box. A smaller one than you deserve. You didn't lose that moment because of your work. You lost it because your words didn't land. This isn't about fancy grammar or slick phrases. It's about being clear. It's about being intentional. It's about knowing the difference between how your work feels to you and how others see it from the outside. Here's the thing. The world doesn't pay for effort. It pays for how you show up. It pays for how you position yourself. Now, here's where it gets harder. If you're really skilled, this can feel even trickier. You're so good that you move on instinct. You rarely stop to explain what makes you different. You just do the work and hope people notice. But one day, it catches up. Someone else gets the promotion. A client picks someone less experienced. An opportunity slips away. And you're left wondering why. That's when it hits you. Being great is not enough. Being understood is what opens doors. We've been taught to work harder, learn more, improve our skills. But no one teaches us how to talk about it. No one shows us how to translate expertise into a language people instantly get. People don't pay for complexity. They pay for clarity. You could be the best at what you do, but if your message isn't clear, your value stays invisible. Even your network can't help you if they don't understand what you actually bring to the table. They can admire you, but they won't recommend you. They can like you, but they won't hire you. You might be thinking, isn't this just personal branding? Not really. This is deeper than logos and color schemes. It's about shaping how people see you. It's about what people remember when you leave the room. Not just on LinkedIn, not just on your website, but in every conversation, meeting, and introduction. Branding is surface. This is structure. This is your ability to define who you are, what you solve, why it matters, and what changes when you're in the room. Because if you're unclear, other people will fill in the blanks, and most of the time, they'll get it wrong. Here's the truth. The most talented people are not always the most successful. The ones who are clear and specific are the ones who get ahead. They make it easy to understand their value. They say what others feel but struggle to put into words. They sound like a solution, not a question, and the best part? You can learn this. You don't have to be loud. You just have to be exact. You don't have to impress everyone. You just have to connect with the right people. You don't have to say everything. You just have to say what matters. A few sharp, intentional words can shift everything. When you get this right, your world changes. You stop chasing. The right people start finding you. You stop over-explaining. You start showing up with quiet power. You stop second-guessing. You start owning your voice. So, if you're sitting there thinking, "I know I'm good, but I don't know how to say it," you're already halfway there. Noticing the gap is the beginning of closing it. You haven't failed. You just haven't been heard. Now is your chance to change that. When your message is sharp, your confidence grows. Your reputation expands, your opportunities multiply. Speak with intention, speak with clarity. Because your value deserves to be seen, heard, and respected. If this made you think, let me know in the comments. And if you're stuck in your own articulation gap, tell me where. I might turn your question into the next video. See you soon.
Find your unique value, let it free stand tall, rise up, be who you wanna be. Your story matters, sing it loud and clear. You got that spark, ignite it without fear.